All right,
Okay.
now it's on.
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome again, Corey Taylor. Stone Sour this time, not Slipknot. How are you?
I'm all right. You know, hanging out and catering, playing little cards, hanging out, having a little coffee, some water, touching myself. It's good. It's good times.
It's kind of warm, isn't it?
Well, you know, only if you're. Well, yeah, it is. I guess it is warm. Yes, it is.
Well, let's talk about the new Stone Sour album, because it's out already, because it's been released a month earlier, I guess, in Holland. It will be out on 31st of June, I read somewhere. Or else it will be out in the end of July.
Really?
I saw two dates. I saw two dates. I saw two dates. I saw 2 dates today.
You're trying to goading me.
Yeah. I'm pissing you off.
Yeah.
But it will be out soon. Let's say it like that.
Within the next month, apparently.
And it shows your ambition to grow every album, because it's like 10 times more, well, let's say just the easy way, better than the first one, which wasn't even bad, was it?
No, absolutely. I'm so proud of this album, man. You know, when it was done, I was like, oh my God, this is us? Is this us, really? Like, I was proud of everybody on it. I was proud of the music. I was proud of just everything, man. The songs are better. The performance is better. The production is better. Like, everything is just so much. It shows what a second album should be.
Yeah.
Really, I mean, honestly, you start with the first one, you figure out kind of what you want to do, and then you just go for it, you know. And that's what we did.
And the best thing is that Stone Sour is meant to be something completely different from Slipknot. The first time you could hear, especially by voice and sometimes the riffs, etc., you couldn't hear that there are some members of Slipknot also.
Yeah.
But then on this album, it's almost gone. So it's like a real Stone Sour album. That's it.
Yeah, totally, man. It's what we did was just basically strengthen the divide. You know, we really defined that line between the two bands with this album. You know, I mean, because the whole reason that we did this was so we could do things that weren't Slipknot, and I mean, that's the way this band has always been. You know, even before Slipknot existed, we were very diverse. We were, you know, our main goal was to make the kind of music that we all wanted to make, you know. So we wrote songs that were very diverse, you know, because we are 5 different people, and it just feels really great.
People can think that you guys only like death metal and will do something commercial death metal or something, but this is the 90s in the zeros.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, this is it's just good, you know. I mean, I try not to define it by anything, you know. Good music is good music, you know, and especially in this day and age when everything is so genre specific, you know, and everything is so, it's got to be this or this or this or this. We really fill in the middle ground, you know. I mean, we've never put ourselves into a box. We've never allowed ourselves to be boxed in by anything. We just do our thing and we enjoy it, you know. And it's a mentality that's sadly lacking these days, man. But, you know, what are you going to do?
When I listen to your album, I think it's going to be an American record, American success. Don't you think?
Okay.
You shouldn't say no to it.
Well, I try not to think about stuff like that, you know. I mean, it makes me nervous. You know, obviously there's something in the back of everybody's mind that, you know, you hope that it does really well and it's very successful, but I mean, at the end of the day, I just want people to enjoy it, you know? I mean, you know, album sales take care of themselves, you know, radio play takes care of itself. At the end of the day, I just want people to really dig the music, and I want people to really enjoy what we do, you know? If that happens, then everything else takes care of itself, you know? So, you know, the money comes, it comes, but you know, as long as I can take care of my kids and, you know, and make my house payments, you know, I'll do this, you know, as a part-time gig. It's just, you know, you really want people to enjoy your music because, I mean, that's all you really have.
I mean, you tour around the world. You see different countries. You speak to a lot of different people. Is it something you can, well, at least track the changes in the last few years over Europe, for example?
I've seen it. You know, I've watched it. I mean, all you have to do is hear the Lordi story and really get it, you know. I think that is so awesome, dude. That's so great. And it's a sign of the times, you know. People are over the plastic music. They're over the corporate music. They're over the company bought, cheekbone bullshit music, if I can say that.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, it's sad, man. Like, so many people these days are so convinced that everything that comes out is packaged, that people have stopped trusting it, you know? They want something that they help build. And that's really what we are all about. I mean, we wouldn't be anything without our fans. And our fans have helped us get where we are. And look at Lordy, you know? People went out, you know, they came out of the woodwork and they're like, we want Lordy. And I'm like, wow, that's so cool, you know? The Zombie Band got it, you know? And that's just a sign of the times. People, it's so refreshing to see that people can still stand up and have their voices heard and say, look, we're not going to buy what you try to sell us. We're going to find something that we like, and we're going to make it what we want. And that's that's the way real music is.
And what the fun thing is that all the plastic music isn't really, I mean, it's not really possible to play it live, and playing live music is more or less becoming the income of a band, and becoming the income of a management, becoming the income less of a record company. So it should develop into like the real music again.
Well, I hope so. You know, I mean, I get so sick and tired of seeing these people get up on stage and lip sync and sing, you know, and you know, they're auto tuning from the desk and they've got Pro Tools running, and I'm just looking at it going, do you play one fucking note live? Do you do anything live, you know? It's just, you know, I mean, I pride myself in the fact that everything I do live is me. Yep. I have never needed help. I've never needed any of that stuff. Even with Slipknot, you know, when we're doing songs like The Nameless and the backups are a sample, you know? Everything else is me and Fane and Clown, and I've got the, you know, I've got the sore throat to prove it. But God damn it, I at least get up there and try. I refuse to sell the fans short. I refuse to get up there and basically be a commercial for all this technology, especially when these days anybody can walk into a goddamn recording studio and talk into a mic and basically have them auto-tune it. It sucks, man. You know? Just the fact that Paris Hilton and Kevin Federline have record deals, fuck you, dude. Whatever, you know? It's pathetic. All I want to do is make good music, you know?
Yeah, but it shouldn't be so many bands that are making shitty music. I mean, there is a limit, and I think a lot of people have crossed the limit already.
Exactly. So why is there so much bad music?
Oh, what about the song about Bush? Did you do something on Bush? You didn't do it. Yeah, I got like, this is a tape deck.
We have a song about Bush that,
Jesus Christ.
I know, right? It's bedlam, it's crazy, it's chaos, oh my God! I wrote a song about Bush because, well, first of all, when Bush started pulling his shit, I kept waiting for someone to call him on it. I kept waiting for someone more popular than me, maybe more smarter than me. I kept waiting for somebody to say it, and nobody did. And it finally got to the point where it's just like, well, if nobody else is gonna say it, then I'm gonna say it. People in my country, and I love my country, don't get me wrong, but I'm really embarrassed by a lot of the stuff that goes on. I mean, the way the French were treated, the way we basically use terror as a reason to go in and liberate Iraq, you know, more like liberate the oil lines, you know, and it's basically made us, you know, public enemy number one in the whole world. And it's not like we have that, you know, that great of a rep to begin with. It could be very worse, but at the same time, how much worse could it get before they just, you know, I mean, it's sad, you know, and people in my country are so quick to give up a little more of their freedom just to feel safe. It should be the other way around, you know?
Yeah, what I still think is strange that he was elected for the second time. It's still strange.
That just shows you how many stupid people live in America. Trust me, I was in Japan when it happened, and I was so mad I started throwing shit at my television. I was like, no!
Well, let's get back to the album then.
Yes.
I mean, in what way are you recording Stone Sour album? Because you're quite busy with Slipknot, I can say, and you're not able, I think, to do all the Stone Sour stuff while being on tour with Slipknot or doing an album with Slipknot. So there is a limited time to make the second album, isn't it?
Well, not really. I mean, we did a lot of the demos on our time off, you know, like we'd have time off between tours and whatnot, and we'd get together and we'd just kind of, you know, we'd do a lot of demos and stuff. And just kind of, so by the time we were, you know, by the time at the end of the Slipknot tour, which was November 15th, 2005, we had like 37 songs. And we were like, Jesus, where the hell did all these songs come from, you know? So we just kind of, we sat down and we listened to them. We picked the 16 or 17 that we really dug. And then that's what we practiced. We practiced for a couple months, just kind of got everything, you know, band ready. And then we went in the studio, and that was it. I mean, it was actually fairly simple. I mean, everybody tries to make it more difficult than it is. But if you're digging the music and you wrote the music and you really feel passionate about it, I mean, why should it be that difficult, really? I mean, and we recorded this album in 2 months, you know? We had a great producer. We were lucky.
Foo Fighters and what other band did he do?
He's going to quite a bit.
Real rock bass guy. Yeah.
Nick Raskulinix.
Yeah.
Hello, Nick. Yeah, I mean,
letting the producer change a lot of things.
No, not a lot. I mean, he had ideas that were really good ideas but for the most part, he was just like, the songs are great. Let's just get them on tape, you know, and then
maybe sound-wise it.
Exactly. Sonically, you know, it's just awesome, man. We had a blast doing it. Let's put it that way. It shouldn't be that fun to make music, and it was, man. It really was.
And how are you personally? Because you're sober now for years, isn't it? Because the last time we had an interview was in June last year, I think, and then you were talking about the 37 songs, etc. It was also the time that Sean was headed home for his wife. I mean, how are personal things around Slipknot? I mean, how's Sean's wife, for example?
She's doing great. Yeah, she's doing great. Everybody's doing really good right now.
Scared the shit out of us, and that's something I don't know.
I know, man. It's one of those things where you just don't know what to do, you know. But you know, we did what we had to do, and at the end of the day, we stand by it. But everybody's doing great right now. I talked
sober and happy.
Oh yeah, man. I'll have 3 years sober in November. Actually, November 15th. Strangely enough, that date just keeps coming back for some reason. But yeah, November 15th, I'll have 3 years sober. Give me more. I want more.
Is there a date or a moment of time in being sober that there is like a point of no return? So you almost know for sure that you won't be.
No, I mean I kind of knew from day one that I never could drink again. No. You know, I was alcoholic, straight up alcoholic. And but the thing that has really made me the most proud is that I did it on my own. You know, I mean, obviously I had my wife and I have my friends and whatnot, but I didn't use a program. I didn't use a counselor. I didn't go into rehab. I didn't do anything like that.
Your wife kicked you in the ass, and that's about to start, was it?
Well, she kicks me in the ass for more than just being sober. You know, on a daily basis, she kind of puts me in my place. I'm like, okay, dear. You know.
That's most of the time the reason why people marry, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Guys marry.
Well, and the sex.
Yeah, that's also a point.
The sexicity, if you will.
Yeah. And what about Slipknot? What will happen? Because this will be like a Stone Sour year for you, at least.
Oh yeah, do it at least 2 years. We're gonna do this for at least 2 years.
It will hit off, so it will like 2 years. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Easily fill up the years with touring and.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're gonna go everywhere we didn't get to go last time because we only got to tour for about 9 months last time, and fuck that. We're going everywhere now. Yeah. We're hitting all the places that we didn't get to go: Australia, Asia. Do an extended, tour of Canada, South America. I mean, we're going everywhere, and nobody's going to stop us. Bring it on! Come on, try and stop me.
Well, the fun thing is that everybody else in Slipknot has something else to do, so it's not even difficult to have like a 2-year break.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I know those guys have been talking about getting together and like starting to write music and whatnot. So yeah, please do, because I mean, we're going to be doing this for a while. So, yeah. But then when we're done, we'll go back. We'll do Slipknot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun though.
Let's hope.
Okay. Thanks a lot, man, for doing this interview.
No problem.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.